Hey guys, Aiden here. I apologize in advance for the AC noise. I just couldn't do it without the AC. It's gonna be a little noisy, but okay. So today we'll be reviewing Strider SnG. Okay, so it's gonna be a bit of bias review this time because Strider SnG is what really got me into just purchasing more like a higher end. It just broke that barrier for me, is that knife, from going into just buying Benchmade's, Spyderco's, ZT's, to just moving on to more higher end production knives. And this was definitely a gateway knife for me. And I just love my SnG to death. So it's gonna be a bit of a bias review. So if you don't want to watch the full review, I mean, you don't really have to. But all right, so we'll get right into it then. All right, so spec. It's got 3.5 inch blade, 4.5 inch handle, and overall just over 8 inch. The blade is just over 3.5. So, and then the cutting edge of 2.9 inches. It's like a hair on the 3 inches. So yeah, if you're into those the blade to handle ratio, this is definitely not a knife for you. Here's some size comparison for you guys. This is Benchmade 940-1 and Spyderco Shaman. It's slightly smaller than Spyderco Shaman because it's got like a bit of a bigger blade. Most of the blade is like a choil here, so not a lot of cutting edge compared to Shaman, but especially with the 940. If you like the blade to handle ratio, this is a great knife. But yeah, this is my wife's knife, so I'm just borrowing it from her. But yeah, there's that too. And one more, Demco 80-20.5. A bit of a bit smaller than SnG. I think the cutting edge is about the same though. All right. On to the next. So the material. When I picked this one up about 2 years ago, I know there's a lot of G10 scale ones out there. I just really wanted the aluminum scale. I like all metal construction, so I just didn't really want the G10. And plus all the G10 model comes in the gunner grip, they call it. It's a cheese grater. So I'm sure that wouldn't feel very nice in your bare hand unless you're wearing gloves and working and all that. I only wear gloves out in the field. I don't usually wear gloves in my house or my office or whatever. So that's that. Yep, aluminum handle, titanium lock scale with the flame ano, titanium pocket clip, and then this knife comes in, or this version comes in PSF 27. I don't know too much about it. I heard that it's like a spray form of D2. I mean, I have a lot of experience with this, just not the other knives with the same steel. This is the only knife that I have in that specific steel, but I definitely been using it. I've sharpened this like for the 10th time now. But yeah, so that's the material. The hardwares, it's got that weird, I don't know what you really call this, but you need like a specific tool that like just fits in these two cutouts here, and then the other side is the Allen wrench, and then rest of the body screws are, I believe they're T10. It's either T8 or T10, but yeah. So it's regular Torx screws. All right, so forgot to do the weight. We'll just do it real quick. I think it weighs just about 5 ounces. 4.9 my scale says. Okay. Let's see. Alright, yep, the blade, this one comes in drop point. I know this is the fatty variant. I don't even know if Strider makes like a regular versions or anymore, or skinny variant. I don't know if they ever had the skinny variant. I just know that this is a 0.19 inch thick stock, so this is considered fatty. I'm pretty sure all the new models or newer models just, you know, they're standard fatty. So I know the old ones came in 0.16 blade stock, and I don't think they make them anymore. So yep, that's that. The ergos, I mean, Strider, SnG, it's all about that ergo, really. I mean, if you're not used to just looking at it, I know it looks very odd. It might look very odd to you. It looks beautiful to me. So non-choked up grip, I do feel a little, you know, that edge, just a little bit, but once in use, honestly, you don't really feel it, because you're not putting pressure down here where this edge is gonna just dig into my palm. When you're cutting stuff, it's always the pressure is going this way, and then the handle pressure going that way. So honestly, when you're like even choked back and you're cutting stuff, you don't really feel this edge unless you're just gripping it so tight, and then you don't really feel the pocket clip that much. It doesn't really stick up too high. So yep. But in this choked up grip, oh man, I have medium to large glove size hand, and this choked up grip is just amazing. This actually feels better than my Evo 2.0 once it's choked up. Mainly due to all the edges are just really nice and smoothed out. There's just zero sharp corners here. Even on the jimpings, it's really nice and smooth until you put some pressure. Then it really locks your finger in. But if you're just doing any regular cutting, you barely even feel it, or it's just nice and smooth. So it doesn't feel any, you know, it doesn't feel like it's about to tear up your skin or anything. But yeah. And the action. So this knife has phosphorus bronze washers. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, there you go. So yeah, it's got the bronze washers. I know most of the knife guys, they're into bearings nowadays. Me, I prefer washers. Mostly because I go out in the field a lot. For like a lot of training exercise, and out in the field, you know, I dropped my knives a few times before. You just in like a very like you know, some nasty like dirty environment. You know, you can't shower for a few days, maybe a few weeks, and then it's just gonna be sitting in your pocket like this, all you know, covered in sweat and dirt. So when you take knives out with the bearings to like a field or in that similar environment, I've noticed that all the bearings get like gunked up with all the dirt and dust getting in, and then it makes the action just super gritty, and then I just hate that, you know, until you like wash it all out with water, and then it gets annoying. I don't like, you know, just running my knife under water all the time. So yeah, I just prefer washers, and I prefer the washer actions too. I'm not like, I don't really care that much for the drop action. I'm fine with like a shake shut, or I just use my index finger to just push it back, and then I just close it all the way with my thumb. That's usually what I do. So yeah, that's just my preference. If you're into bearings, I mean, I don't think any Striders come in bearings. I'm pretty sure even the customs all come in washers. But if you like washers, I mean, this is definitely one for you. So I recently got this knife service, by the way, so there's gonna be a lot of lock stick. I didn't really have to pay for anything other than just shipping. Yeah, they replaced the whole lock side titanium scale into brand new one. Only thing that remains original is the aluminum scale, the blade, and the clip. Everything else was replaced by the Strider. Great customer service. It did take them a while to service my knife. I think it was like just over 2 months or something. Yeah, I mean, everything, it just got back almost like, you know, brand new. I know I did take it apart again, so, or been like carrying it since, so I know the pivot looks a little banged up, but it came brand new from the service. Yeah, even the over travel stop here. Yep. So but I do have to deal with that lock stick. Just I got this brand new. So yeah, maybe I should like put some Sharpie on the lock face. All right, but it'll eventually go away. The lock stick on Striders. I know a lot of people complain about it, but you play for a while, you know, just play like, I don't know, when you're watching YouTube or whatever, just play just throughout the day a few times. You do that for like a few days, maybe a few weeks, and then it'll just almost completely go away. I guarantee you. And yeah. All right. Next, the carry. Yeah. That's yeah. There's some negative about this knife. I'm not gonna even try. The carry on this is pretty bad. It's really bad, honestly. So this much knife sticks out, but the thing is, the portion that sticks out is the thickest of the knife. So it's a bit weird especially if you're wearing those pants where the pocket is like slanted, not like the jean pocket where it's just straight down. If you're wearing those the like khakis or like chinos or something where the pocket is a little slanted, then this knife, especially like my uniform when I'm wearing it, the pocket slanted, and then this carries pretty bad. A lot of it sticks out. It's just like a lot of weights on the front here, so, or the towards the back, so it just feels weird. And it's super bulky over here, so when you try to get past it, it's just not a fun knife to carry, really. Plus the pocket clip location. I really wish they just changed it throughout all of their model. I know some of the custom variant have like they moved the pocket clip from this to like where the this body screw is, or it like this little notch or like a little tip of the pocket clip sits in where like the pocket or the lanyard hole is, or where the body screw is. I don't know, but yeah, I think that would definitely make it a lot better. I have no idea why they decided to just put this pocket clip just right in the center here, but it's the decision they made. At least it doesn't feel too bad in the hand when you're gripping it. All right, so, and the finishing work for Strider, it's definitely not the best, especially nowadays. Maybe back in the day it was really nice, but now with all these like the higher end Chinese factories, just all that precision machining and stuff, this doesn't really compete. It's a little sad to say, but I mean, at least all the edges are nicely knocked off, so all the corners are smooth. That's that. But the machining work is not so great. There is no internal milling. I don't have like a flashlight handy, but well, yeah, there's just no internal millings on this at all. It's a pretty it's not like a brick of a knife, but it definitely can be lighter, you know, if there were some millings. I mean, other than that, the fit and finish is pretty decent. I did have some of the issue up up and down blade play. That's why I had it serviced. I think they had to switch the whole the lock side scale because it doesn't come with any the lock bar insert. So I guess that's another issue. I don't really care that much that it doesn't have a lock bar insert, but because it'll make the issue so much easier to fix. You just get a new lock bar insert and then just slap it on, and then it'll fix most of that up and down play. But with the just the titanium lock face, you know, you have to switch out the lock scale. So I mean, at least they do it for free, you know. You just gotta pay for the shipping, and it just takes some time. But yeah, so that's that. For the uses, this is definitely 100% hard use knife. I beat this thing so much out in the field, and it's held up just fine. I mean, obviously I had to service it, but I definitely have done some things that I shouldn't have done with a pocket knife or a folding knife. That's on me. Kudos on Striders for just, you know, servicing it. But yeah, other than that, I mean, like, there's like, I didn't have any tip break off, or I didn't have any like bad chipping or anything. Everything, you know, I just had like some out there just field sharpening, took care of the edge. I didn't have any like a heat treat issue with the blade steel. Yeah, the pocket clip's fine. It's like nice and banged up now, but yeah, even the scale, I know there's some scratches, but nothing crazy. I have dropped this thing many times, and honestly, you can't even really tell. And I really like the look of it now that it's been used. I think that's one thing about Strider, is that you have to use it. It's just like something about the like a used look on Striders just goes great with the knife. Just that banged up look, you know. I am a little sad that I have to kind of work on the lock scale again, but before they swapped it out, yeah, it was pretty beat up. But this is brand new, yeah. All right, so definitely a good hard use knife. Like I said, with the thick washers inside, you don't have to worry about stuff, you know, getting gunked up in there. And yeah, I really enjoyed the external stopping pin. I think it provides like a little extra bit of stability side to side, so I never really had that issue. All right, so for sharpening, I've sharpened this so many times. Every time I sharpen it, it's a, you know, it's a, I don't know, it's like a medium difficulty, I guess. I didn't really like have like that of a difficult of a time sharpening this blade, and then I mean, it wasn't the easiest thing in the world. It's not like what is it, the CPM 154 or anything. I mean, that steel just sharpens so easily compared to just most other like super steels out there now. But yeah, I know. Let's see. So this is my ProTech SnG. This is the one of the custom variant with the Mike Geary hand ground mirror polish and all that jazz. But the blade comes in 154 cm, and I mean the edge, I did put like a nice KME edge on it, and it was just breeze to sharpen it. And this is just hair splitting sharp. My God, I can't talk. Okay, and same with the this newer ProTech SnG Blade HQ exclusive. These things sold out super quick when they dropped. It's an S45 VN. I had to pick this one up, although I'm not a big fan of this natural G10. I prefer like just full aluminum scale. Like I said, I just like all metal construction on knives. But it was their first time doing something different with the blade steel. I know all the previous ProTech SnG model came in 154 cm, but they, for the first time, they did a S45V, and I really wanted to check it out. But that's enough of that. All right, so lastly, value. It's also a big negative. Value on this is just not that great. MSRP $495, and I did pick this thing up secondary market. I did pick it up brand new, but it was on the secondary, and I paid close to $700 for it. So I mean, I don't regret that decision, but it just, yeah, I mean, everywhere you find the SnG is, you know, everybody's gonna try to sell it for over 600. So I mean, they got to make a profit somehow, I guess. And SnGs are fairly rare, so you're not gonna find like too many of them. But I mean, you can definitely buy one. Like, even if you just go on like eBay right now, I'm sure you'll find one. It's just like, I don't know if you'll find this exact model, but I know there's a lot of that G10 one, because nobody wants that cheese grater scale with the gunner grip pattern, whatever, on the G10. I hate that. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely good amount out there. If you know where to look for it, you can definitely pick it up. It's just that you're gonna have to pay that extreme premium price for one of these. Nothing crazy, I guess, but just for what you get, it's I say this knife is probably worth like 400 max. I think that'll be a decent price, if not around like, I don't know, like 350. I mean, I know it's all made in US. I know all the hardwares and everything's just made in house, but still, I don't know, like even the MSRP price of $495, I just don't know how I feel about that. The Chris Reeve Sebenza comes in at like $425 or something, or maybe they upped the price to $450. But yeah, I recently actually sold my Sebenza 31 in a S45VN to a knife modder, or I traded for their work. But yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Sebenza, although it had all the, you know, the stuff that I like with the washers, and it had like cool bushings and stuff. But it just, I didn't like that the ceramic detent, and then the lock interface. I don't know, maybe I'll have to try the 21. I might prefer 21 over the 31, but I'm just ranting over here. All right, so conclusion, I really like this knife. Like I said, this is gonna be a biased review. I don't think there's a whole lot of bad. It's just that the carry is pretty bad. The pocket clip position is pretty bad. The price, I mean, if you can swallow those up, this is going to be a great knife for you. I know there's a lot of Strider enthusiasts out there, including myself. I don't really know about the steel that much, but I mean, I have a lot of experience with this knife. I don't know how it's really heat treated, but I think it's fairly decent. I mean, I've sharpened it a bunch of times, used it. I, maybe pried a little with the tip, but nothing wrong with it. Didn't break the tip off or anything, so I think that's pretty good. The construction overall is pretty decent. I really like this, the action. I love this, the finger hole, because I'm just all about that reverse flicking. And then once you get your knife, your Strider, broken in, man, these things just become butter and solid as a rock. No side to side, no up and down, and just shake shut. Yeah. So yeah, it's a bit of a longer video this time, but thanks for watching again, guys. Please leave a comment. And if you could like and subscribe to my channel, that'd be a big help. I know I just started not too long ago, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.